You know, a lot of people ask me what Singapore is like, and the only thing I could summarize it as, it's kind of a mixture between Honolulu and London, because you get the tropical and a lot of the green and the trees, banyan trees and albizia trees, and the tropical areas of Honolulu, and some of the modern skyscrapers and some of the buildings. You have the different eateries and different styles of food like you do in, say, in Honolulu or in Hawaii. And then you have a lot of the building and structures that you can see. Looks like St. Paul's Cathedral there. A lot of this is basically that English design, British design. But also you can wander down and find all kinds of pubs. Like this one here is a Victorian London pub right here, as you can see. As you walk down these eateries here, like you would in London or in Honolulu, you can have pretty much any kind of food that you could ever want. Beautiful areas over here on the river. And of course they have Guinness here and some of the Irish pubs. We may have to go in there and try that out. Then we also have all different kinds of Salvatore restaurants here. We have a Gastro Harry's bar here, the Thai food, a lot of the fish markets. Pretty much any type of food you'd want, you'd find here. I'm going to go wander around and find something to drink.
I am the Motorola Man. My Motorola phone, camera, video, music player, internet device, we go everywhere. Let's go down there.
One thing you'll find out about Singapore is that a lot of areas are actually underground because it's pretty hectic on the outside with the streets. And if you're the kind of like to get out of your car and then go to your tourist spot and jump back in your car and go to the next one, this is not probably the place for you. Mega monstrosity of a casino over here. Looks like a cruise ship right here on the top. And it looks like it just submerged and floated on top of these three tall towers. This is a look from the Esplanade area. This is part of the harbor front here. But there's rivers that run through Singapore, being an island state. Gives you a good view of the panoramic, all the new buildings here. You see the old area over here. You see a lot of British influence in the downtown area here. You can see like the little dome, the area over by the City Hall. This is the Esplanade Center, which is a big concert hall. It has this big obelisk kind of rounded type of building with these little panels all the way up on the top. We'll get another view. They have lots of concerts, beautiful places for outside concerts. See this concert hall. And one of the largest eyes, this is one of the eyes of Singapore. There's actually another large one. This was actually the largest. There's another one identical to it in England. A lot of English influence from Mr. Raffles, who came over here, was an explorer. You can take some pretty good scenic views. So if you're going to come to Singapore, I would recommend coming to Esplanade Center, wander around, taking in maybe a free concert or paying for a concert. This is the Sentosa Island out here. This is the Sri Krishnan Temple. It's a Krishna temple. It's one of the oldest, actually, in Singapore. More of a Krishna, which is Hindu. More of a Hindu base. You can see with all the many, many gods. Very unique buildings. And then right across the street you can see this the very English influence, because being an England colony, also Japanese were here for a while, and I'm sure the Indonesians, Malaysians, and Chinese have also predominantly made Singapore what it is. About 70% Chinese now. A lot of very interesting old, not real old buildings, but for Singapore they're old, considering it's really a modern city. And if you just walk right down over here, you have modern shopping centers, and you've got some old Christian churches as well. It's a very diverse, culturally diverse and religious diverse place. A lot of people coming here from all over the world. When walking down the streets of Singapore, you'll never need money or be thirsty, because 7-Eleven is predominantly here. And right next to the money changer. Because there's so many international people coming in here and out, they have money changers all over. Hey, it's Motorola Man again. I'm in the Admiralty wet market. I'm not sure what they call the wet market. I call it I once was alive. but now I'm dead market. Got some meat, couple flowers. Once were alive, but now they're basically dead or dying. And over here we got some vegetables. Once they were alive and growing, and now they're dead and dormant. I'm going to eat them. This is typical food in Singapore. Like anywhere, you can get pretty much anything. You get your potatoes and your starch, your onions, your garlics. Looks like dried hot peppers, ginger, sweet potato, papayas. I don't know what that is. That looks like beets, mangoes, tomatoes, cabbage, eggplant. Let's see, we have some weird-looking brown cucumbers, leeks, limes, chili peppers, more weird-looking fruit, and basically it's a wet market in Singapore. All right, we're going to go off again. Place to eat are at the local shops here, dining areas. They have pretty much all the different kinds. They have wonton noodle, western food, chicken rice, tochon noodle, barbecue, seafood, and your beverages. And they have 2 meat, 3 meat, 1 vegetable. Usually they're about $2.50 to $3.50 to eat. These are actually the best places if you want to get the local influence. And your best bet is to do these kind of things and save up your money for maybe a couple nights. We have a lady making the noodles, which are actually famous in Asia. We would call ramen. Get your cup of ramen, mix in some vegetables here. You have some chickens that gave up their life, pork, duck, eggs, and almost everywhere in Singapore they're going to have a place for beverage. If you actually like to drink, you want to get a beer, you can get a bottle of Tiger beer for about $5 here, and the same bottle of beer anywhere else would be triple or quadruple that price. I've seen Tiger beer for a bottle as much as $13, $14 a bottle. It's $5 here. If you want to go have some fish with the head and all. This is the Victoria Theatre, one of the older Victorian era British buildings, the tower and the clock. And then over here they have another typical British style structure that was built here. This is the Asian Civilizations Museum, which is actually right downtown near the river that flows through this one area here. Very cultural area. You can pretty much get everything from the modern skyscraper to the Asian influence and the historical civilizations. Come over here to the old Victorian area, the downtown area in Singapore. You could sit out at a park, spend your time at a park, look at some of the old historic bridges. This is the waterfront area. There's lots of shops and eateries, and it basically separates the newer portion, and then you have your older area that you also have your British influence, some obviously Chinese and Indonesian, Malaysians. Totem pole there, I'm not sure that's for. There's a lot of mixed match of things here for cultures, but beautiful area to go if you're into historical museums. Now they have the Indochina exhibits right up in here. Singapore. I love the Singapore subways because they have lights and they flash when they get to their destination. So you know where you've been and where you're going and how they connect into the other subways. Very clean system. And get a view here, subway view. There you go. And near every subway, like I said, there's a lot of the public housing going by. And at every one of these public housing areas, there's always a gym, there'll be parks, places to eat, shop, all interesting for the local life and also save you a lot of money. This side of the subway, have some music, give them some change, go to McDonald's and have yourself an ice cream, get back on the subway, and off you go. I love these 10-minute haircut places here. There you go. haircut in just 10 minutes. Little boots. Come in there, clip, 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 clip. Go over here to your sushi spot, get some sushi. Come over and get some baby goods for your babies. Go get some toys for your children. Then come over here and have some happy hour and lunch. And then you can come get your hair cut. Hey, this is Motorola Man moving on through Singapore Airport. They have this beautiful garden right in the middle of the airport with lots and lots of orchids. Beautiful orchids. Very clean, beautiful airport. I found actually it's a good place to buy cigars if you smoke cigars, or for Cubans are about as cheap as I've seen them anywhere outside of maybe Cuba. But it's a great airport. They pretty much have everything you'd ever want. Very clean and organized. Or you can have a beer, relax, and watch a big screen game. Come over here and look at some little private viewing screens. They have free internet over here. All kinds of shops, kiosks, real clean, organized, real comfortable chairs. They're doing some work, so it's a little noisy. Places to sleep over here. Got a full another sports bar and grill here next to the major bar and grill. There's actually a free movie theater. Something about Asia, especially in Singapore and Korea. Wild about education. You have these international learning centers everywhere. The people in Singapore, especially also in Korea, sure many other newer Asian countries, Thailand and some of these other areas, realize that English is an international language and they have to know that to get ahead. So you see these education centers everywhere. So this is Motorola Man signing off.